So, Breno, I was wondering about neighborhood. What does neighborhood remind you?
Ah, bro, neighborhood reminds me downtown because I was brought up here in downtown, Taubaté downtown. What about you, Thais?
Downtown or Taubaté means, I guess, my address because I also was born here. So during my entire life, I live here. So it's my address. And you, Wesley?
Address reminds me a dead end street because I was raised there, in a dead end street. And I used to play a lot with my friends. I used to play soccer the whole day. Whoa, it was amazing that time. And what does it remind you, Breno?
I wouldn't avoid to say townie because I'm this townie boy who spent some time in your neighborhood a few years ago. What about you, Thais?
I consider myself a townie too. So it reminds me town because it's a small city, and when we think about a big city like São Paulo or Rio, I consider myself a big townie.
Townie. Townie reminds me condominium, specifically in our city because today we can see so many condominiums here. Even myself, today I'm living in a condominium. It's not so big. Maybe I'll live in a bigger one in the future. But that's my condominium. How about you, Breno?
Condo reminds me avenue because they're usually, yeah, I don't know if I should say it, but they are often off the downtown, kind of away from the downtown.
Avenue. Avenue reminds me traffic because we can't walk calmly on these avenues. There are a lot of cars, and I guess that's it. So, traffic.
Traffic reminds me lack of sidewalk, especially in our local city. It's very hard to run, to walk in the streets here. It's unbelievable there are no sidewalks for the walkers in some cities. It's unbelievable. But Breno, the word town it reminds me sidewalk.
Sidewalk reminds me, oh, location, bro. Because in some neighborhoods, I don't know about yours, but usually almost all weekends, families are stood on their balcony, but their balconies sometimes are their sidewalk. It's common here in Brazil.
That's really interesting. I haven't thought about it. Well, location. It reminds me of my neighbors. I live in front of a square, so I have only neighbors, side by side. And here in my neighborhood, there are a lot of space on the sidewalk, so it's okay. But there are a lot of other complaints my neighbors make. So, neighbors.
Neighbors reminds me apartments or maybe flats, depending on how you speak your English. But it reminds me apartment because today I live in an apartment and I have so many neighbors. For example, if I want sugar, there is a neighbor to give me a hand. Or if I need salt or something else, there's always a neighbor to give me a hand, and that's always nice. It's an advantage of living in an apartment.
Apartment reminds me house because, yeah, I've never lived in an apartment, only in houses.
Nice. Me too. I have never lived in other place than a house. So house remembers me family.
Ooh.
It's also countryside again because we are all from the countryside, and I guess countryside is a place where we can relax and have a laid back lifestyle. It's cool.
Oh, buddies, it reminds me, and because we have to finish this conversation, I thank you so much and see you in the next episode.
See you.
Yeah.